Hello, everybody. Welcome to the first video in the brand new official American Soccer Quick Kicks YouTube channel. This is a show that I started in 2021 in podcast form. I let that kind of die off, but when the World Cup rolled around the end of last year, I started doing videos like this on my personal channel, and I got a lot of positive response, and I got people starting to pay attention and wanted me to do more. So I decided that in 2023, I would give it a dedicated branded channel and start, giving this a little bit more commitment, a little bit more dedication. And for those that have already been following me, you'll find that the videos that I did on my personal channel, they are on a playlist on this channel. So this is the only channel you need to worry about. Click subscribe, click notifications. You'll be able to see all the ones I did previously. And then of course, going forward, you'll know when I've uploaded a new video. But exactly what is this channel going to be about? What am I doing? Why am I doing it? And who is it for? Well, the reason I'm doing it is I love to talk soccer. So that's all. That's all. I just want an outlet. And a lot of times I'm surrounded by people in real life that don't really want to hear me talk. So this is an outlet for me, first and foremost. So I'm content if this show stays small, but I hope that you'll enjoy it and, share it with others if it'll be beneficial. But what sets me apart is the brevity. These shows are going to be very, very short. I'm not here to break news. Okay, I'm not here to try to be a news source and report on all the stories that are happening or anything like that. All I want to do is be like a little news break format, something real quick, a quick hit to let you know what you need to know the next time there's a U.S. soccer national team game coming on television, or maybe it's that week's MLS action. What are the storylines or what's the context of the game coming up? So if you happen to catch it on television, you'll have a reason, hopefully a little bit better reason, thanks to me for engaging with it and following it, because you'll understand what's going on. So but what I don't want to do is go into deep dives. Okay, I'm not trying to do these. I watch a lot of soccer, listen to a lot of soccer podcasts, and they're all like an hour and a half long. I'm not going to give that to you. I hope you're interested enough to listen to those, but you can find those if you want them. What I want to do is give you just enough. So maybe you're a sports fan that likes soccer well enough, but you're not fanatic about it. You don't want to spend a lot of time listening to analysis all week long, ready for the next game. But maybe you want just a little bit of information, just to set you up and keep you in touch, keep your finger on the pulse. Maybe you're a sports fan that's generally not into soccer, but maybe the World Cup's got you interested a little bit. Also, maybe you're a big fan of soccer, but not necessarily are you one who follows the American game very much. Maybe you're seeing this overseas. I know I got a couple of folks in England that watch this, and maybe you just want a nice, convenient, concise, brief source to give you the broad strokes of what's happening with the U.S. men's national team, or maybe some of the biggest stories in our domestic league, Major League Soccer. So the other thing is that I have had the privilege of being kind of on the front row for both Atlanta United's expansion season and Nashville's. I attended the debut matches of both of those clubs. I've kind of seen expansion fever happen twice in these two different markets. And the league continues to expand and expand very rapidly. Lately there's been a new city added every year. And I know from my own experience that in each of these places, there's going to be a lot of excitement surrounding the sport from people that are just happy to have something to go to, that are not necessarily soccer fans or have followed soccer before. But now that there's a team in their town, maybe that's you. Maybe you want to get into it a little bit more. Well, I'm going to be that for you. Okay. So that's what I'm here for, is I'm going to give you very short, like just short updates, comments, maybe analysis, just a quick setup of the storyline. Also, I want to be the gateway or the 101 for brand new fans. So I may explain things sometimes very simply, explain terms. If you want to get into it just a little bit more, but you've got questions that you think would be embarrassing to ask soccer people because you think it might be a little too obvious and you don't want to ask a dumb question, there are no dumb questions. Let me know. I'm assuming that most of the people on here either have generally historically not been soccer fans in their lives at all, or have not been following the American game very closely. And I just want to be that convenient, easy source and give me a chance to talk about both MLS and U.S. men's soccer team. So the U.S. men have a lot of drama surrounding them right now. I'm not going to get into it in this video. It's not really something I want to spend much time on it at all. But if you're following soccer at all, following the World Cup, you're seeing a lot of ridiculous soap opera stuff going on right now. The question of who's going to manage the U.S. January camp got thrown into question, and I think they've actually already named a temporary manager for that window. It's not going to be Berhalter on those matches. I'll get into that in a future video in time before those matches take place. For Major League Soccer, the new season's getting ready to start. There's a new media deal in place involving Apple TV. Again, I'll get into that as we get closer to the start date. Here's what I'm not going to do with Major League Soccer. I'm not going to give you standing updates and who's in first place and what's happening with this. You want to follow the league, I hope you do. There's other better places for that. But what I want to do is I want to kind of navigate you through the complicated soccer landscape. These clubs participate in multiple competitions every year. They're not just competing for the league championship. There's all sorts of things going on, whether it's Open Cup, Leagues Cup, Champions League. We even, for the first time ever, have a club in the Club World Cup, which is going to take place in February. So, and there's Campeón de Campeones Cup, and there's all kinds of things like this. Sounds confusing, sounds complicated, sounds like a crowded schedule. Don't worry about it. I will step you through both the U.S. men's calendar of the competitions they have coming up, as well as the multiple competitions that Major League Soccer clubs will be participating in. And I'll detail all that out, but that's all you need to know right now. I'll keep things very simple. I don't try to, if I spark your interest with something I mentioned, you can always Google that, look it up, learn more about it. But if you just simply stick with me, I'll step you through as needed in time for the matches that are going to be played. So anyway, I hope you will stick with me. Do me a favor. The easiest, simplest thing you can do to support me is to simply subscribe to this channel. Even if you don't even watch one of my videos going forward, hit subscribe. Let me see that number go up. Makes me feel a little bit better. Anyway, I hope you'll stick with me. I thank you for those that have already watched me, encouraged me, and have supported me and have told me that this is something I should do. It's enough of an excuse for me to just push forward. So anyway, I hope to see you around. I hope to hear from you. Always feel free to leave me comments. You can reach me on Twitter at DeafDave. So, and of course, just a lot of you, this is a small enough show. I feel like I know at least half of you personally, and I know that I have those that I text regularly are watching this also. So just, if you got any questions, I hope you do have questions, because if you're asking questions, that means maybe I'm sparking your interest just a little bit. So here we are, started a brand new 4-year cycle for the U.S. men's team. The World Cup just ended, so we're at a fresh beginning. It's a fresh year, January, and I'm starting a brand new channel. So anyway, thank you for watching. Hit subscribe, watch some soccer with me, and I'll talk to you next time.